Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's John here. I do videos on investing, generating income, online credit, and adventure travel. Why? Because I got to do something besides just sit here and work all the time, right? And what I love to do is I love to do adventure travel. Traveling is cool too, but just kind of going to a hotel doesn't cut it for me. Got to do some sort of adventure in there. So you'll see a lot of videos that I have here when I utilize my credit card rewards points and my United points and go and do some snow skiing and snowshoeing and cool adventures down in Cabo and you name it, I try to find it and do just some really cool stuff outside. So there you go. What are we doing? I got a video here today. My fascination with Bitcoin and cryptocurrency continues. I spent quite a bit of time over the weekend actually taking a look at Peter Thiel and what Peter Thiel has to say about Bitcoin. I got another video I did where Peter Thiel talks about what he believes is the origin of Bitcoin and who he thinks Satoshi is. Not necessarily the specific person, but really who he thinks that Satoshi was at a conference he was at 20 years ago, and how Satoshi emerged from a company called eGold that actually got in a lot of trouble back 20 years ago. But I'm going to put that video in the description here, okay? But basically, this is actually a different clip I have of Peter, and I think it is. Oh, so first off, if you don't know who Peter Thiel is, he's basically a billionaire technology venture capitalist, right? Lives in Silicon Valley and is very, very successful. He was one of the original investors and also a co-founder of PayPal from the 90s with Elon Musk, and then also he's one of the co-founders of Palantir. In case if you saw the Social Network, the movie about Facebook, which is I guess 11 years ago, back from 2010. Really fun movie, but it looked like he was basically the lead investor, on Facebook back in the early 2000s, early to mid 2000s as well. So certainly some big wins from Peter, and really enjoyable to listen to what he has to say. In fact, over the weekend, some of the things that he had to say, which I liked, were really he talks about monopolies, and he's very, very very vocal about the concept of a competition and how he believes that competition is for losers. Like, the whole concept of competition is really kind of messed up to begin with. And he really looks for monopolies, and he wants to invest in monopolies. And the goal of any business is to, become a monopoly, is really kind of what he goes for and what he tries to invest in. So basically, yeah, it's very, very interesting. But basically, what we're going to do is I'm going to take you to this clip where Peter Thiel talks. And Peter Thiel is going to talk about Bitcoin and how he believes that there's going to be one successful leader that emerges from cryptocurrency, and in his view, he believes that one leader that's going to emerge is going to be Bitcoin. So let's see what he has to say about this. I think you're going to enjoy it. Okay.
And so I would be sort of long Bitcoin and neutral to skeptical of just about everything else at this point. And the question about something like Bitcoin is whether it can become a new store of value. And I think the thing it would replace is something like gold. We're not talking about a new payment system. So it's too cumbersome to use for payments, for day-to-day transactions. But the analogy is it's like bars of gold in a vault that never move, and you get it, and it's sort of hedge of sort.
What is Bitcoin? How does Bitcoin differ from the 10 others out there?
Well, I believe there will be one. My view is that there's going to be one cryptocurrency that will be the equivalent of gold, and so the one, all else being equal, that you should bet on is the biggest one. So gold continues to be gold because it's the main asset class. Maybe it could be replaced by silver, but it doesn't seem to be happening. So there's a chance Ethereum could beat Bitcoin. There's a chance some of the others have better features. So I think it's most likely you bet on Bitcoin.
Bitcoin is mostly about
So there you go. There is Peter Thiel. A lot of Peter's actually, he's pretty young. He's in his 50s, so born in the 60s. But I'd say a lot of the billionaires and technology entrepreneurs that are much older than him are, most of them, at least that I've researched, are not positive at all on Bitcoin. But if you listen to Peter Thiel's comments, and especially the video I did where he talks about what he believes is the origin of Bitcoin, how it evolved from a company called eGold. It kind of makes a lot of sense, and could be a store of value. So as you can see there, he's pretty positive on it. I guess he wasn't really like over the top positive with that. It's more like he was just describing that he thinks that there's going to be one that emerges as the leader, the successful leader, and that's going to be Bitcoin. And that also goes along with a lot of the things that I heard him say. I mean, he kind of feels like there's typically one group that kind of tends to stick out and become the leader in things. And obviously, he's got a lot of successful investments, where he's done that to back that up, right? But yeah, so there you go. That is, Peter Thiel talking, about Bitcoin. I mean, he, says it's not really going to be functional as a payment system, but more as just like gold bricks, sitting there, on your blockchain. So basically, it's he sees it as more of a store of value. If you like that, if you enjoyed that, guys, give me a like, put a comment down below if you want to see more videos on Bitcoin. If you want to go and see more, I've done some videos on Ray Dalio talking about Bitcoin, and Ray Dalio is like uber, philosophizes about money and personal development and a lot of different things. But Ray Dalio does talk a lot about Bitcoin and his fascination with it. So if you want to see more, big picture videos about Bitcoin, let me know and I will do it. Put it in the comments below and give me a like and, subscribe. It's all free to do this. It's all free to do this. Just get a like and give a like and do a subscribe. And then also I'm going to put some links below, everybody. I actually been investing since 1989. First job out of college was Merrill Lynch, and then also some investment banking after that. I've also been just a very good investor. I've been investing since, like I said, 1989. I've got an 80x return on my Netflix shares that I purchased back in 2011, a 33x return on my Apple shares, which I purchased right before the first iPhone came out in June of 2007, and then also just almost at 10x return on my on the Amazon shares that I purchased in 2014. I'm not a financial advisor. All this is for education and also for entertainment as well. Anyway, so the link I'm going to put below is a blueprint I came out with where I cover investing, I cover generating income online, I cover credit, and then also at the very end I got a guide there. So I went and I found all the groups in the U.S. It's literally 15 pages of groups in the U.S. where you can get a free credit score. But at the very end, it's actually all the groups where you can get a free FICO with all the bureaus. Yes, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, and it's only $7, everybody. So go ahead and check that out. Check that out if you get a chance, and have a great week. Thank you.